Go.
The title of my speech is Colon Cancer, Scope or Die. According to the American Cancer Society, there is better than a 5% chance that you will die of colon cancer without proper screening. That's 1 out of 19 people each year. As quoted by Preacher Keller at Mascot Holiness Church, this statistic can be thrown out the window with plenty of faith in God and plenty of prayer. First and foremost, you must know the risk factors and things that promote this deadly disease. More than 90% of colon cancer cases occur in people that are 50 and older. According to the Center of Disease Control, if everybody in this age group had regular screening, more than 90% of those people can prevent death from colon cancer. Although this is a primary risk factor, there are quite a few others that should be aware of. One factor is very important, and in my opinion is more dangerous than the 50 or older group, and that's the genetic factor. This one directly involves me. According to the National Cancer Society, if there's a history of colon, ovarian, breast, or prostate cancer in your family, your chance of developing colon cancer in your lifetime is 66%. It increases closer to the relationship to the relative number of affected relatives and the age of the relative that's been diagnosed. According to the Hillman Cancer Center of UPMC in Pittsburgh, the people that are part of this group should start screening at 12 years old or younger. The average age for someone in this group to develop this disease is 39 years old. I was 35 when I was first diagnosed, and I lost my mother when she was 38. If this doesn't have you ready to start your screening, wait, there's more. According to the National Cancer Society, your lifestyle can have an important impact on the statistics as well. There are some things that can increase your risk of developing this horrible disease. Lack of physical activity, being overweight, which the lack of physical activity leads into. Your fruit and vegetable intake, if you don't have enough fruits and vegetables that are high in fiber and high in antitoxins, which help prevent cancer cells from growing, then it'll increase your risk. High-fat diet can increase your risk also because cancer cells can grow in fat tissue. There are the ever-popular risks such as drinking and smoking cigarettes. If you're sitting there thinking to yourself, wow, that describes me, then you need to be having some preventative measures done. Believe it or not, where you live does have something to do with your chance of developing this disease. West Virginia has one of the highest rates of incidences of colon cancer and colon cancer-related deaths in the United States. There's the chart that shows the dark blue are the highest rated states in the country. And these are your highest rated deaths in the country. And West Virginia is one of them. Actually, West Virginia has the highest numbers out of all of the states. All that being said, let's talk screening. You must not fear the scope. According to cancer.org, the single most effective way to detect colon cancer is colonoscopy. Polyps can be detected and removed whenever they are found. Anyone who has had a colonoscopy will tell you that the preparation is the worst part. When you go in for the actual procedure, the doctor gives you an anesthetic, the lights go out, and you wake up in the recovery room. It's over. It might help to remember that a colonoscopy is less uncomfortable than being treated for colon cancer. And a day or two of discomfort is a small price to pay to know that you do not have this disease. I'm a colon cancer survivor, and if I would have listened to my wife and some other people that were telling me that I should start my screening, I may have been avoided. I was one of those people who feared the scope. My brother-in-law likes to refer to it as the aliens visiting, all due to the probing of the colon. After the initial surgery for first-stage colon cancer, I waited too long to be screened and developed third-stage colon cancer. Once treated for third-stage colon cancer, I had to do 6 months of chemotherapy and every 4 months for 2 years I had to do a colonoscopy, and I went to every 6 months of a visitation by the aliens. And then after a year, every 6 months I had a yearly scope, and it was clean, so the doctor is talking about possibly putting off aliens visitation rights for 3 years. I'm a walking testimony as to how important screening for colon cancer is. With a lot of faith and prayer, I'll beat the odds. There is a 64% chance that I could develop and die from this disease within 5 years after being treated. I would like to conclude by saying bowel prep, $10, liquid food for 2 days, $15. Copay to see the doc, $40. Knowing you don't have colon cancer, priceless. And thank you for your time, patience, and hopefully what I've discussed here today has convinced everybody about the importance of getting regular screening done.